What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to MemeGC. Now, this is our second episode since the drop of Crown Tundra, and we are bringing an awesome team today. This team consists of, well, it features Garchomp, and so I've had a lot of requests for Garchomp. I know all of you love Garchomp, and so here he is. He's on a VGC team. He is an awesome, actually it is a female, and it's awesome. Now, this is a rental team made by Pokesports. All of his links will be down in the description below. Makes all kinds of really awesome VGC content, so make sure to check that out after you watch this video all the way to the end, of course. But along with a Choice Scarf Garchomp, we've got a Suicune that carries things like Snarl and Tailwind being a big one. We've got a Mimikyu that also carries Trick Room to be kind of an anti-Trick Room mon. You use it when you are facing Trick Room. You've got Kartana, which is pretty cool. It's just ridiculously hard hitting. And then we've got some pretty standard stuff in the Incineroar and bringing a regular Zapdos, which is pretty awesome. We brought Galarian Zapdos last week, and we're bringing regular Zapdos this week with Assault Vest, so a little bit more on the offensive side with a little bit of special bulk in there. So I'm excited to try this team out. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's get into our first match, and we've actually got Alchemy and Drifblim, which is pretty cool. So actually all of this is returning things, stuff that was legal in Isle of Armor minus the Tapu Koko. So obviously there's Tapu Koko with the Electric Seed to activate Unburden on the Drifblim, so that's something to look out for, which makes it a little scary for Garchomp. Garchomp looks like he kind of struggles in this matchup, to be honest, so I don't think that that's going to be our optimal bring. Suicune doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. Obviously the Koko isn't great, but besides that, it looks pretty nice. Our own Incineroar looks pretty decent here to help with the Urshifu, actually, so that's pretty cool. What do we want to lead with, though? This is a tough one, I think. This is a really tough one. I kind of want to lead Kartana, but then again, where does that get us? That doesn't really get us a whole lot. Let's see. I like Zapdos here, actually, with the Assault Vest. That seems really nice. Let's go with Zapdos and Incineroar. Yeah, I think this is pretty decent. Cart in the back. And then I guess Suicune. Yeah, this is just a really tough match for... This is a really tough match for Garchomp. Like, it beats a few things, but we're slower than everything that it beats. And then it kind of loses to everything else. So that's kind of a tough one. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Very weird team, but I don't hate it. So a couple things for today. Now I do have Tucker with me today. As a lot of you know, I have been out of town this past week, and I'm out of town this week as well. So these are pre-recorded throughout the week, but I still read all your comments and respond to you as they are made. And so Tucker kind of he's been very sad this week being at home without me here. And so he's been kind of hanging out with me all day. So he's going to be here with us today to give us a little bit of luck. He's sleeping, but the luck is still there. It's okay. He's still here to give luck. Yeah, and also make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. About half of our viewers are not actually subscribed. So if you guys will just subscribe for me, that'll help us get to that 200 by the end of the year that our goal is, that's our goal. So yeah, help me out with that. It'd be awesome. So I kind of want to go for T-Bolt on the Drifblim. I mean, I don't see why I don't. And then I can fake out the Koko. The thing is, what if the Koko maxes? That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about, is if the Koko ends up maxing here. Okay, no max. That's good. So, no Koko. Actually goes for the ally switch here. Okay. I mean, that's fine, since we got the Koko first anyway. This isn't going to do very much damage. We got it down to half, though, so I mean, that's not too bad, to be honest with you. As far as what we want to do next turn, that's tough, because Zapdos honestly wants to go for a Discharge, but I really don't want to do that much damage to my Incineroar, if I'm being honest. But like, Discharge Snarl seems pretty nice here, right? even though my Incineroar takes a lot of damage. We've got a little bit of special defense investment. I really kind of want to. I don't want to hurt my own Incineroar, but like at the same time, we do see the Tailwind. Okay. That makes sense. And we see screens. So my opponent's playing for the end game of things after this. So this doesn't seem to be like the offensive core. Okay, that didn't do very much at all. But we're gonna go ahead and Snarl here. Lower their special attack down a little bit. So honestly, like, what's stopping me from stalling out? Because these don't seem like they're not putting on any kind of offensive pressure here. So I'm not really sure what the game plan is, to be honest with you. I could also Parting Shot here. But what do I go out into? Kartana? What does that help? I don't really gain anything by going Kartana. It all depends on what's in the back. I want to save my max to see what my opponent has in the back. I don't think maxing this early is a good idea. I'm going to click Snarl again. I just want to make sure that this... Okay, goes in Strength Saps. I mean, that shouldn't be too big of a deal, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it heals up, but like... Okay, Dazzling Gleam. You're at -1, so it's doing very little. Okay, so yeah, we just one-shot that, so that's gone. We crit. May have mattered. May have mattered. I'm not sure. Snarl. That means your Dazzling Gleam is doing even less. And this being a Screens Coco at -2 probably isn't that big of a threat anymore then. It's definitely not your Dynamax option anymore. So we're not in a terrible position, especially since my opponent has done like 0 damage to us so far. But it just depends on what's in the back. You know, if it's Lapras, I think we're okay. Because we can just Snarl. Ooh, it's Urshifu. That's dangerous. Okay, so that's a little scary. We do have Kartana in the back though. So that is good. And we do have Hurricane on this. I kind of want to just double into Urshifu, right? Honestly, like, I want to leave Tapu alone. So what's stopping me from Hurricane Parting Shot here? I mean, if it maxes, then it's not going to crit anymore. And so then the drop will actually matter. So yeah. Are you going to max here? Yep, sure is. Okay. And it does have Light Screen up, but not Reflect, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think that we really need to be that concerned with the Coco either way. This is scary though. Urshifu is still very scary in this format. You can't protect, so that forces a lot of options that typically you wouldn't want to go for. Okay, so there's the Reflect. Okay. But we can get off some damage here. At least a little bit. Max Knuckle. We should take a Max Knuckle, I would think. From neutral? No, we don't. Ow, that hurts a lot then. Okay. I keep thinking that it's -1 because I have an Incineroar and it's not. Okay. We do go ahead and miss our Hurricane, which is absolutely exactly what we wanted. So I guess we go Kartana now and max that. But yeah, missing that Hurricane is rough because I feel like after Hurricane plus our Max Airstream might have been able to KO here. But we're just going to double Urshifu again. It's really all we can do. But yeah, missing that Hurricane really is unfortunate because it also gave us a chance for confusion. And I'm all for those confusion chances. So we'll have to see what happens here. Kartana is also Focus Sash. So maybe it was better to actually max the Zapdos there. But I mean, we don't have any investment in our offenses. Or actually, no. We are max special attack on the Zapdos. But also, I just really want to see Dynamax Kartana because it's so cool. I love Kartana as a mon. It's so strong. Dazzling Gleam, it's doing 0. But it is going to break the Sash, which I don't like. Max Knuckle at +1. We can live because we have a pretty decent defense stat, which is good. All right, it's at +2 attack now. Can we please hit both of our attacks now? That would be fantastic. Well, that did 0. That did absolute 0, but it's okay. It's okay. Boosting the speed up now. We hit the hurricane. Nice. And no more tailwind on the opposing side, so that's good. Okay, so we've got okay, we've got one more turn of Dynamax on the opponent's side. Still Reflect is up. Light Screen has one more turn. I can't protect against the Urshifu. Kind of leaning toward Heat Wave. Yeah, I kind of want to lean toward Heat Wave and Airstream again. If Urshifu wants to protect, that's fine, but I can't. So I'm not going to waste my time trying to max guard here because Urshifu just has to attack into me anyway, and it doesn't matter. As long as he goes for the Dark type move, obviously. But we'll just have to see. Yeah, we are faster now at +1 without the opposing Tailwind. And it's enough to take Urshifu out. That is perfect. Okay. So now we're both at +2 speed. And so that should have us faster than the... That should have us faster than the Tapu Koko now, correct? I would think so. We also get a Beast Boost out of that, so our attack's gonna go up as well. Heat Wave, nice. I didn't want to risk the miss. And we take it out, perfect, okay. Rocky start, but I think we're starting to we're making a comeback here. No more Light Screen, that's very good for the Zapdos. It all depends on what's in the back. I have no clue what that is. Incineroar, okay. I think we can handle this, especially with no more Light Screen. It is unfortunate we didn't bring Garchomp in the back, but I think it's okay, especially since we have Suicune in the back. This thing is never going to be able to beat Suicune. So we're just going to go for single target T-Bolt so that we don't have to worry about missing. And Airstream is going to do the most to this. And cancels it. Okay, so yeah, that was a rough start for the match. But like, my opponent just wasn't putting on any kind of offensive pressure at the beginning, and I think just relied too hard on the screens. So I mean, it ended up not really mattering. All of that setup at the beginning ended up not mattering at all, just because we played so aggressively on it. And so yeah, you just kind of lost out on it by the time that you actually started attacking. So it's fine. Pretty cool game one though. Pretty interesting team to face, and I think this team's working out pretty nice. So let's go ahead and jump into game two. All right, match number 2, and we've got 2 of the legendary doggos as well as a Rotom Frost, which is very interesting to see, and Aerodactyl, which you don't really see in VGC at all, so that's really weird. I did go ahead and fix the dimensions on there, so I noticed that I had a lot of black around the edges. I went in and fixed that for this game on. What do we do here? This is such a weird team. But Garchomp looks pretty dang nice here, to be honest with you. Suicune's a rough matchup, but everything else is pretty good. So we're definitely gonna want Kartana here. Kartana looks really good this game. I like Garchomp and Kartana as a really aggressive lead. Yeah, let's go really aggressive with this lead here. Incineroar in the back seems nice. Yeah, and then Zapdos. Zapdos is tough. Do we bring Suicune instead? Ooh, that's hard. Zapdos or Suicune is a tough call here. I feel like Suicune beats more. Yeah, we'll bring Suicune. I see your doggo, and we will match the doggo. And then we have our doggo over there. So all kinds of doggos in this episode. So down in the comments below, question of the day. Let me know, what do you think is the most slept on duo right now? So new combination of Mons that work together. I know a lot of people are running things like Galarian Weezing along with the Regigigas, and I have not gotten to try that out yet. I honestly don't think it's going to be all that great. I don't think it's all that strong, but that's just me. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. This looks interesting because, this looks like a rock slide to me. Like, this looks like I should rock slide, max Kartana, and hit up the Rotom, just in case. But is there a downside to that? I feel like that's okay. Yeah? Because we're scarfed. So, even if the Rotom is scarfed, we should still be faster than the Rotom. So I don't think that we have to really worry about that. And Rock Slide hits both of these mons really hard. Aerodactyl is extremely frail. And plus, I just really like Kartana. So I know we're maxing Kartana again, but like, I love Kartana. It's such a cool mon. Okay, Rock Slide goes. We hit both. We do half to both. Any flinches? We get the Steel Spike off here. We're leaving Aerodactyl alone. Can we take out Rotom? We can. Perfect. So no Blizzard, no any of those shenanigans that we would have to worry about. I guess the only other thing would be what? Tailwind? Maybe coming out of the Aerodactyl. But we're gonna go ahead and raise our attack here. So do we see? Oh, it flinched. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm assuming that was Tailwind. But what was coming out of the Rotom? Maybe a Blizzard? That would make sense. Okay, we see Togekiss. I think we do the exact same thing. Yeah, I think we do just the exact same thing. Since the Tailwind didn't get to go, it's not going to be faster. Togekiss would have been faster under Tailwind, I'm pretty sure. It would have been faster than me at +1. But since it's not, this is pretty free, to be honest with you. Togekiss might be Babiri Berry. That's the only thing I'm a little concerned about. And maybe it has like max flare. But if it does, then, you know, we're Sash. So that's okay. Yeah, that first turn really, like me being scarfed really messed up my opponent. Really, really messed him up. And I thought Aerodactyl was faster. I really thought Aerodactyl would be quicker, but it's not. So another Rock Slide here. No more Aerodactyl. And still no max either, which is interesting. And so Kartana is definitely faster here. No Babiri Berry. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, yeah. This aggressive lead just worked out really well. Kartana is scary. Kartana is very scary. It's a cool mon. I love Kartana. Such a cool mon. It's strong in VGC and in singles. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. Speaking of which, on Wednesday, we're going to be featuring another Ultra Beast. Not Kartana, but another Ultra Beast that works really, really well with one of the new Regis. So I hope you guys are ready for that. So again, another reason to subscribe so that you don't miss that. I think I switch out here with the Garchomp because I can't really do any damage to that, but I can if I switch back in. And then I just Steel Spike again, right? Just get to +3 defense, or do I just stay in until he kills this? It's single target. Let's just stay in. Yeah, you have to max here. I mean, it's literally your only mon left. And then if I need to switch out Garchomp, then I can. But like, I also have a Suicune in the back. Could have switched Suicune in and gotten +1 defense on Suicune. And that may have like just sealed his fate. But it's okay. Rock Slide, do a tiny bit. That's some chip, that's some chip. And we get a Steel Spike off here. This should do a little bit more. And by a little, it does a lot. Holy cow. I didn't expect it to OHKO because Tyranitar is bulky as heck. But at the same time, Kartana also has base 180 attack, which is stupid. Absolutely stupid. So yeah, that's what you call a clean sweep. And my opponent didn't even go for a single move. Oh man, yeah, that's rough. That aggressive lead is hard to, if you don't have a check for it, it's rough. It's rough, man. So, all right, let's get a game 3. Last match of the day, and we've got Trick Room. We've got hard Trick Room with a Glastrier. Now, Glastrier is insane. This thing is an absolute monster. So we might be maxing Kartana again. I hate to say it, but I think we might be maxing Kartana again, just because it is such a big threat, and it hits so hard. Suicune might be nice to be able to burn it, so I kind of like that. I kind of want to lead Mimikyu Suicune. Yeah, bring Incineroar in the back and bring Kartana. Do we need Incineroar though, to be honest? Incineroar's nice. And I feel like we need Kartana. I feel like we leave Garchomp on the bench here, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll have to see how we can do Trick Room here. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. But we have the anti-Trick Room with our Mimikyu. So that's good. It makes my opponent have to target into it. And I'm assuming we see like Indeedee Dusclops. Yup. So we're clicking Trick Room this first turn. And we're just going to get a Follow Me Trick Room here, I'm sure. Yeah, and that should be just fine. It should be just fine. Psychic Seed, alright, that checks out. Frisk. Oh no, my berries. You saw all my berries, that's not good. So, what do we want to do here? Tailwind is completely unnecessary. We could Snarl just to get the Indeedee down just a little bit so that Expanding Forces aren't doing much later. And I'm going to click Trick Room here. It's just going to follow me Trick Room. That's all we're going to get here. So I'm just going to go anti-Trick Room here. And if my opponent predicts that and lets me set up Trick Room for them, that's a very bold play. But if it works out for my opponent, then it works out. So my opponent went for it. All right. We can reverse it next turn. And we're going to get this Tapu Fini down to -1, which is nice. And the Indeedee no longer can go for Expanding Force. So again, it's still not the worst turn in the world, because I can just reverse it next turn. I bet you the Tapu Fini has Taunt. I bet that's what it is. Yeah, it goes for Expanding Force, but it's going to be the single target. It doesn't really matter either way. Okay. So my opponent makes that prediction here. I'm almost positive that we're going to see a Taunt come out of the Tapu Fini. But like, what are you doing offensively to me though? Kartana still looks pretty good against everything on my opponent's side right now. So I'm still liking Kartana. So I think I'm going to click Phantom Force here on the Fini, expecting the Taunt. We see a withdraw. Okay. Glastrier? Okay. Tapu Fini actually just protects. Interesting. Okay. So Snarl isn't going to do anything, but we're going to go for the Scald on the Glastrier next turn. But we can't burn it because of the terrain. So that's a little rough. But I think we can deal with it. Let's see here. We definitely want to make sure that we preserve the sash on our. We definitely want to preserve the sash on our. Goes in and protects. You are wasting Trick Room. So I'm totally fine with that protect. Doesn't do much to Suicune here. I'm not sure why you're protecting while I gave you Trick Room, but we're gonna do a decent chunk of damage to the Fini, which is pretty good. We're gonna go for the Scald again. How much Trick Room do we have? 2 more turns. I think we're gonna be just fine, to be honest with you. I think we're gonna be just fine. So... I want to taunt the Finny. Just switches back out of Glastrier. Back into Dusclops. Okay. Because, like, I really don't have any reason to reverse Trick Room back right now. I think I can handle myself just fine in it. Switching back in Indeedee, you're gonna get taunted. Ooh. Interesting. So that works out. That works out fine. That works out just fine. Because now I can taunt the Dusclops and you can't stop it. So we're gonna get Scald, maybe a burn now that we've changed terrain. Nope, okay. Taunt the Indeedee, no follow me for you. And now we can say no Trick Room. So Snarl and Taunt. So yeah, this match, we can make this match go on forever, but like this lead really works against my opponent's lead. Goes for the Nightshade, okay. Ow. And Expanding Force, trying to get rid of our Mimikyu. We do go down to that. Okay. But we're gonna be able to go into whatever we want to now, and Trick Room is over. And you can't redirect my attacks. Yeah, I think we go Kartana here. Just for maximum damage. And we're just gonna double into the Dusclops. Yeah, we're just doubling into Dusclops and hitting it as hard as we possibly can. So Scald. And we're gonna max here. And Overgrowth into the Dusclops slot. Because this beats Finny. And it beats Glastrier as well. So as long as we can prevent Trick Room, Kartana wins. So this should be fine, I would think. Kartana's so busted, man. I love this thing. And plus, this will make Expanding Force a single target move as well, and greatly weaken its power. How much does this do, though? Is it enough? I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough. I'm kind of inclined to think that it's not. I'm a little nervous about that damage. It was. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so we prevent the Trick Room. Perfect. And my opponent actually targets into the Suicune. You do that. You go ahead and do that. Because that keeps my Sash intact. And actually we heal on that turn, so that's perfectly fine. And we get more healing from the terrain. Yeah, this Indeedee is literally useless right now. So, okay, so now it gets out of its taunt, so it can now follow me again. But how much are you gonna get out of that? You go Glastrier here, probably? No, it goes Finny. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna change the terrain back. And we've officially gotten rid of Trick Room, so that's perfect. I'm gonna Snarl here. And Overgrowth into the Finny. If it gets redirected, then that's fine. I don't care. We should be okay here, I would think. We should be fine. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I don't see a way of my opponent getting around this. Protect, okay. That's gonna do a little bit less, but it's still gonna do damage and take away your terrain. And you've got both of your terrain setters in right now. That nearly took you out through Protect. That's just shows you the power of this thing. And I get my terrain back, so now I'm hitting even harder. It's just a whole thing. It does have a berry though. That's probably a 33% berry. It was. Oof. So we're gonna lower the power of this Indeedee. No more. Sweet, okay. But, like, heal pulse, but you protected What? What? Heal Pulse doesn't go through Protect. What are you doing? No. Even if you use it on your own side. That's a, I mean, that would have been a good play, but at the same time, you're going to lose. You're going to lose your Finny here. I don't think there's a way for you to keep your Finny here. Unless you want to switch out. Okay. Follow me, so you're gonna lose your Indeedee instead. But I mean, we're getting the Snarl off either way. So you'll lose Indeedee, and then you'll get snarled. So Finny's not doing any damage. We're gonna get the attack boost here. The one thing that might save my opponent is attacking into Kartana here. And this is a hard maybe. Calm Mind, okay. That's fine. Like, honestly, that's fine. Because all I have to do is knock out Glastrier. We do know that Glastrier has Protect, but it's most likely going to max here. So I'm expecting it to just immediately max when it comes in here. So terrain is ours, and we should be fine here, I think. Just because we still have our Focus Sash intact, my opponent still has not attacked into the Kartana at all. So now we're going to just focus down on Glastrier, although it could protect here. Does it protect though? I feel like it just maxes, right? And Finny really isn't posing any kind of a threat to us. Yeah, Finny just kind of is just gonna kind of sit there. Even if it goes for Calm Minds, it really doesn't matter. Because I can handle it. So I want to take this Glastrier out here. It's my biggest issue. Once it's gone, we pretty much win. But that's a lot easier said than done because, you know, Glastrier. It's a huge problem. Protect on Finny? Okay. Didn't I just double into Glastrier anyway? Wow, that damage. Probably weakness policy? Yeah, it is. So, it's a little dangerous still. But we should be fine. Scald. Burn. No. Max Knuckle. So that's gonna hit into Kartana most likely. But we are Sash. Let's go. That's what makes this thing so nice, having that Sash. Because even at +2, you still can't take us down. Let's go, Kartana. Let's go. Okay, so we should be fine here. Yeah, we should be totally fine here to win, I think. Because, yeah, Finny protecting there is a little rough. So, what does my opponent do here? My opponent could, in theory, max guard Glastrier and then knock me out with Finny. I feel like I have to make that prediction. I'm gonna make that prediction. That we get a max guard on Glastrier here. We do. Let's go. Call in the max guard. We Leaf Blade into the Tapu Finny. Making the plays. That's how you win with the team. Let's go. Yeah, my opponent had to max guard there because, you know, Kartana runs through the team. But yeah, that prediction right there, that'll seal the game. That'll seal the game easily. So pretty awesome games. Pretty awesome games today, I have to say. Kartana come into play, honestly. Kartana is such a cool mod. And it's, again, every time I want to feature something, it ends up something else on the team ends up going ham. Last week it was Kieran Black that went nuts. And then this week it's supposed to be Garchomp. And Garchomp did do a lot of work in game 2. And then, but then we've also got Kartana just going ham today. So this thing's nuts. We're going to go ahead and knock out the Glastrier here. Battle was canceled. Yeah, my opponent didn't really have an option there. So really awesome games. Pretty awesome team. Of course, the Pokepaste will be down in the description below, just like always. And then right here on the screen somewhere is going to be the battle code if you want to try this team out for yourself. And as always, of course, we always leave the links to whose team we are using. This is Pokesport's team, and so those links will be down in the description as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing week. Again, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think is the most slept on duo in the new Crown Tundra DLC, metagame, all that good stuff. And Wednesday, we're going to be featuring another one of the new Reggies. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So I guess that's all for today. I hope you all have a great week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.